in the game, in the world. It's nighttime, of course, so let's sleep. Alright, so here we are again in Create Astral. It should go without saying, it's been like 6 months of this pack, so but we're getting places, you know. So we got to Mars, and let's see, we unlocked chapter 4 here. Right, and we're actually, I was looking at this the other day in terms of like materials needed to get to Mercury. Alright, so that's how we unlock the next chapter, which so far I do know is the last chapter for the pack until more is added. So I think what I want to do today, and the title of the stream probably gave it away, is make this rocket and the other things we need. Like, we need to make the suit to be able to survive on Mercury. We need to make the Ostrom engine. Maybe we can make Elytra too. Although that's 2 more Ostrom engines. I don't think I wrote down. I did. Yeah, go to Mercury. Yeah, that's the plan. I did in creative like figure out all the different materials needed to make the rocket. I think the main thing is going to be Ostrom. Now the question is, how much Ostrom did we collect so far? Because I'm not sure if we'll have enough, so that'll kind of impact kind of what we're gonna do today. So making the rocket is a thing I want to focus on the stream today, and maybe we can do that in 3 hours. Should be able to make some progress. We have 8 and 16 raw, and the raw can be processed by crushing for 1.3, and then it can be foundried. Okay, so I think I'm gonna crush it here, and then I'll put it into the foundry at the community foundry. That'll be the easiest way to process that. We're gonna need some more chips, and we're gonna need some other stuff. Looks like we're backed up on other things. Now I know the community foundry has a crushing wheel. I don't know exactly the setup that it has, and if it would be safe to throw raw Ostrom into it. So out of an abundance of caution. Let's see, are we picking up that sand? Looks like no. But now we can. Alright, I think what I'll do for now is I'm going to pull out this gravel. And I got a crude storage unit on me, so I'll just put that gravel in there. Because I am impatient. Alright, so while that's doing that, the other thing I want to get going on is I have a factory build that I want to do. I've talked about it a few times, and it needs a bunch of crushing wheels. So I figured now would be a good time to set this up to just make crushing wheels, and that's why I have a barrel in my in my inventory and some other stuff, is because I'm going to set this up just to make crushing wheels for now. We can make another mechanical crafting setup for other things. I think this is going to work, right? So we just connect all of these together. And I'm going to try to not dawdle too much today. In terms of like getting stuff going. So let's see. One thing I want to know, I don't know if I can use the crude storage unit to put items into the mechanical crafter, if that's going to work. So I'm going to find that out right now. What do we need around the outside? It's andesite, right? Which I have none there, but there's probably some over here. And if not, there's a bunch over at the brass factory that we could pick up. Andesite. So let's start with that and see what happens if we set this to lock it. Output to the pack. Auto output. Hey, that does work. All right. So then we need planks and silver. So planks for nothing. Not sorry. That should be enough, maybe. The problem is going to be distributing this. So we're going to go to like, what, 200-ish? So this won't be balanced, but whatever. Copy, lock, paste, lock and paste, lock and paste, and lock and paste. And for the metal, I'll just use a hopper, which won't take anything from the top because this isn't outputting to the bottom. And we need some silver. Now, do I really need 40 crushing wheels? Maybe. Alright, so there we go. This will slowly produce crushing wheels for us. Let's make sure that the first pair goes. Oh, right, this is going to make 80 because it makes pairs, right? Let me know how the audio is sounding, by the way. I haven't really changed anything recently, I think, but good to just check in. Music should be audible but pretty quiet, and hopefully I'm not peaking. There we go, there's a pair of crushing wheels. So, success. Alright, and we got some lead nuggets and 23 crushed ostrom ore, which is good. Nothing else kicking around in here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna grab that gravel back up. And we'll get going on the sand production again. Pretty sure we need that for something. I suspect... let's see. Seared stone, we got a bunch of silver. We have some lead, which is good. That might even be enough lead. Silver ore, tin ore. We didn't have any more ostrom in here, did we? I'm not seeing it. Okay. So, I think I need to look at the quests and the like thing. the rocket. We're done with that recipe. So let's take a look at the rocket actually right now. So we need one advanced integrated circuit. I think we need like 5 or 3 of these total because the digital displays also need advanced integrated circuits. The monitor is not a big deal. It's all of the computer craft stuff is pretty inexpensive, I think. The machine parts are interesting. They need steel, but it makes 4. And I don't think we need a lot of machine parts in total. Like, this recipe for the rocket looks a lot scarier than it actually is. We definitely need a few blocks of steel. And the engines are kind of involved. So here's another place where we need a machine part, but it's just 1 per motor, 1 motor per engine, and we only need 4 engines. So that's 4 machine parts, and then 3, 6, so 10 machine parts total, I think, is about right. The engine, this is just like iron and a sturdy sheet and more iron. So the ostrom plates kind of add up. Each one of those is an ingot, right? So I think so. Yeah, 1 to 1. So we need 6 ostrom, or 3 ostrom for this, and we need a 9, 18, 36, 39, 40, 41, 42, looks like 42 ostrom. Yeah, 42. So I don't think, I'm pretty sure 1 times 3 1.3 times, see, a third of 20 is like, yeah, we're not, I don't think we're going to have enough. So we'll have to get some more Ostrom. How do we get Ostrom? We could go back to Mars and do some more exploring. That's how we have the Ostrom that we have right now. There's also... Yeah, we can go look for Ostrom in on Mars. I think there's also a thing... what is it called? Conglomerate? Conglomerate? There's no recipe for it. I'm pressing R there. There's no recipe for it. But it is crushable with a chance of giving an Ostrom nugget. You get conglomerate by doing the cobblestone gen, lava meets water, over a piece of Mars stone. So we can take some cobblestone and set that up. I think, well, one, I don't think we need that many. Maybe we can grab 32. Let's smelt this, and let's get that going. I think that's probably the most pressing thing for us right now, is to get more Ostrom going. That's also, hold on. Conglomerate, use, crushing. Is there something that gives us a chance of, how do we get lead? Okay, well, if we had refined shimmer, we could make it anyway. So if we don't have enough lead, I don't know. I mean, alternatively, we could just go back to Mars. But I think in the long term, it's going to be better to get it just producing in an automated fashion. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. So we got the crushing mills going. Oh, perfect. I really should have like a sky bridge though, so I don't have to walk across the track. All right, off we go. I don't ride these trains enough, so here we go. Where am I going? I think, one, I don't have the stuff to do it, but two, I'm going to the stone quarry area, which means I probably should have just taken my car. It would have been a lot safer. This is a dangerous proposition. But I guess we're walking it. It's been a little while since I've been over here, I think. Are we through the cobble yet? Nope. I guess we're probably just not using a lot of cobblestone over here from this, relative to what we have stockpiled in the item vault. And all of this is still going down here, which means we're probably full of limestone and basalt and moon cobble, and was that all we were producing? Yeah, we're quite full. Well, there's an extra quadricopter here for some reason. Right. So I think we kept out on moonstone before we filled up on basalt, right? And so now it's wedged. Plus all of this. Let's see here. Okay. Anyway, so why am I over here though? Where'd all this stuff come from? Alright, we have a lot. And some basalt too. Okay, so what am I doing? Right, so what I wanted to come over here to do is to look at expanding this setup to do another kind of stone, right? So really all we need is potentially some more stress units. If we're... Do I have a meter over here? I felt like I used to. Oh, there it is. Oh, we got lots of SU left. Maybe. So, oh, I have boxes. Maybe I have some fans, and we can do this. But really what I need... So... Could I just expand this over? Like, just put another glass thing right here. And then stairs. And then fans. And just, like... repeat this, kind of mirror it. Maybe. When I do that, I would probably want to have the spinning go the opposite direction so that it pushes the item away from the lava. Are these andesite casings critical? If I was more concerned about server performance, which, hey, I'm the only one on. If I was more concerned about that, I would probably set up something to turn these off once the item storage is full. But I've not done that. Okay, so I think things I need. Cobblestone stairs. Hey, here's a question. Can I use moon cobblestone to make stairs? That'd be cool. I can. Who knew? Alright, new recipe. Where'd that go? There they are. Alright. So we're gonna take over this area and set up some stairs. It's kind of mirroring the setup. Wait, no, that's not right at all. Here. Like so. Yeah, and then water in there. And some other things. Is this gonna be... This is kind of in the way. Well, I'll need to clear out some space here. I suppose I still have not smelted the Mars cobblestone into Mars stone. It's not like I have a bulk blasting setup here either, so let's see. Let's see what I can do though. I suspect that I don't have any encased fans, and I almost certainly don't have the things to make that on me. But I can check really quick. Probably gonna need that stuff. Storage and IO. Probably gonna need that stuff too. Things, but nothing I need. Except for the bucket. Take a couple buckets. Rest of that goes away. Wait. So this box though has glass in it, which will be helpful. So then that'll go right there. And do we want something underneath? Oh yeah, of course we're gonna put the Mars stone underneath this, right? So for now, I'll just put the andesite casings to represent that. And now the lava can flow in both directions, except the glass will be here until we set up the spinning. So we need, what do we need? We need a bearing of not a windmill bearing, a mechanical bearing. And we need encased fans. I wish I had the newer version of Create and could make a, I mean, I have a book. I guess I could write in the book. But I'm not going to. I'll just have to remember 2 fans. We need some water, but we can get that right here. Probably. Whatever. I'll get it when I'm away. And, what else do we need? I think the rest of this stuff is stuff that I have on me. So we should be good. Oh, now I can probably connect the redstone as well. So that means I need to get some redstone, since I don't have any of that on me. Okay, so that's the plan. I'll leave those boxes there because we'll need that for setting this up. So things I want to do. I want to put this into the smeltery, and then I want to take this and put it into the bulk blast. And let's take a quadricopter out of here. I should find somewhere to sleep. Somewhere where I'm undercover. Excuse me, quadricopter. I'm trying to get through here. Oh, that was close. So we're still a ways from the end of the pack as it is right now. It's not like going to Mercury is the end. That just unlocks the next chapter, which is the gonna have a lot of other things that need to be done before we can get to the end of it. But you know, it will be at least in the current version of the pack, the last chapter, which is pretty exciting. You know, 300 plus hours into this, I'm ready for that. I have been thinking about kind of what's next for the Monday streams. It's gonna stay modded Minecraft here in under 2 weeks at this point. I'm gonna have more time to do more streams and maybe That'll start off with more of this pack to kind of wrap things up, and then that might transition to other things. So this is not set to auto pour, so that should be good. I can also dump in that gold while I'm at it. Oh, we do get lead. We do get some lead, in addition to the ostrum. Right, because there's the second output, right? When you put things into the foundry. And will we auto pour? There may not be an output for the ostrum. Looks like no. So, what is 3 buckets? Is that 3 blocks? What is a bucket? There's no U there either. Makes me nervous. Okay, we can't. Is there just a manual ingot pour? No. No. Okay, ostrum. Oh, there's probably... Let's see. Okay, you can... Okay, it is 1 bucket for a block. So that's 3 blocks of ostrum, which is pretty cool. That might mean we actually have enough. I guess there's also not a lead pour. Let me put 2 ingots in there so we can get a whole block cast out. Alright. Then we have 56,000 droplets, which I can do nothing with. We'll pour out that lead. And then there'll be a little left over for others. And there's our gold and copper. 1 block of lead and 3 ostrum blocks. Now, how much ostrum did I say I needed? I think I said I needed like 40. So we're still short, unfortunately. But I think we'll be able to fix that soon. But first, we need to make some Mars stone from our Mars cobblestone. Let's turn the music up a little bit. It's pretty quiet. There we go. No, it's just quiet. Oh. How long is that, how long is that pipe in there? Have I just not noticed that? Is that new? Alright, well anyway. The Endermen are a menace. Okay, so we're gonna bulk blast some Mars cobblestone, and of course it's gonna immediately take it out because that's what that's there for. Alright, so 32 Mars stone. Easy as that. So I guess I'll take the quadricopter since I don't have my car down here. It's like old times, like months ago, before I had the car. so I bookmarked the things I need to grab. So at least there's that. Encased fans, a mechanical bearing, and redstone. I believe is what it was that I needed to grab from here. We'll take the car next time. How's this going? Oh, we ran out of andesite alloy. But how many crushing wheels do we make? 12? Okay. So we need more andesite alloy. Let's get that going first. That's a start. So 500. We might make a few more crushing wheels. Right, so redstone. Might want to grab a torch too while I'm at it. And then a mechanical bearing. Done. And 2 encased fans. So make a couple of props. Make a couple of props. Iron. Well, we have iron plates, but not iron sheets, so let's fix that. There we go. And 2 fans, please. Alright, so that's what I needed. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we go back to the quarry and set up the, it's very slow. Set up the Mars cobble production. Yeah. And so, I guess did I explain that? So basically there's a chance every time you, so 100% of the time when the lava and water meets over Mars stone, it forms Mars stone or Mars cobblestone, one of the two, that you could mine and you get Mars cobblestone. But there's a chance that instead of getting Mars cobblestone, so I guess it's not 100%, most of the time you get Mars cobblestone, there's a chance you get conglomerate. I don't actually want to go this way. Stop boosting me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to go that way. Yeah, so there's a chance you get conglomerate, which can then be crushed for a chance of getting, what was that again? Conglomerate? Crushing, it's a chance of an ostrum nugget? Oh, I guess we don't get, So we can't get lead that way. Like, if we had the raw ostrum and we processed it, there's a chance of getting lead. But I guess with the nuggets, there isn't. It's just ostrum. So, that's the thing. Oh well. There's another way of getting lead, right? Is there an automated way of getting lead? I don't know that off of the top of my head. Maybe from basalt? Crush basalt into basalt dust. Sift basalt. We can get diorite by casting liquid soul on it. Basalt dust. No. Lead. We can wash. Oh, Mars sand. Okay. So there we go. We could take the Mars stone we get and turn it into sand and then wash it, and we could get lead that way. So that's an option. Nope, can't go through there. Okay, so we have a path to both the lead and to Ostrom. Alright, where want to go? I don't know why I went up there. I need to go down here. Down our precarious stair situation. I could have just run redstone there, I guess. I'm not sure why I felt the need to use the remote, the wireless redstone there, but whatever. So Marstone is going to go here instead of andesite casing. There we go. We'll make 8 at a time. And then the fans are going to go there. Guess I'll move the stairs, maybe. Here and here. Yeah. There. Okay. Right, and then mechanical bearing needs to go against the glass. And I need some super glue, I think, to glue the glass together. Otherwise, it would just be this first piece of glass that would be spinning. There we go. Alright, so then we need water. I'm pretty sure I can't take water from there. I didn't get water while I was going around. Oh, here's water. Yoink. Hey, quest completed. Water bucket. What quest did I complete that was needed a water bucket? Also, lots of unclaimed quests. I'll get around to collecting them someday. Like, ooh, a block of emerald. Was there something... Often when it's like a random thing that completed a quest that's in this automation matrix, which tells you how to automate things. Like if I was trying to figure out how to automate clay, or automate integrated circuits, or... What would be actually interesting? Oh, there we go. How to automate scorched brick, or okay, can't check those off yet, but how to get dash, how to get silver, how to get I guess it doesn't really talk about the like the Ostrom or lead. Apparently I need to pick up a lava bucket again. Anyway, not important. Let's get some water down here. And then we need a slab. How are we gonna make this work? How indeed. Also, alright, so normally the hopper underneath the slab would pick items up, but it's not because it's full. Everything is full. Anyway. A thing I haven't gotten around to doing is actually automating the processing of the materials this is producing. Like we could automate the production of Desh and And what do we get from moon sand? Probably get something from washing this, right? Oh, we get dash from that. So is there something we get from moon stone? Crushing it? Just sand. Okay, so it's a one product thing. Oh, we can get nether quartz from crushing moon sand. Some other stuff from sifting it. Anyway, all sorts of things that we could be automating if I got around to it. So I need a slab. Cobblestone slab will do, right? Is that going to stop the water? Yes. Alright, and then we're done with that. So next thing I want to do is maybe actually move with the clutch. Right, instead of like having redstone control multiple clutches, just have one clutch controlled and then have it trigger both the mechanical bearings. That seems okay. And then if I'm going to do that, I need to move this setup back one to give more room. Okay, so I should be able to do that. And fall in a hole. Alright, so that stopped it. And then there we go. Bring that out there, connect that up. And then bring the gearbox back one, and then we can move the how's that gonna work? Yeah, that'll be fine. Move the clutch back one, and then grab that redstone, and we can have that connected up there. Can we? Okay, that seems to work. Right, so then if I put a shaft there and a shaft there, then I can connect both of those. And that did not work. What did I do? Oh, right. I put the stairs the wrong way. See? I broke the thing. Yeah, the stairs are supposed to face the other way so the water doesn't run out. Instead, the flowing lava is supposed to touch the back of the stairs. Whoops. Well. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so, whoops. Let's try this again. Oh, that's probably not a good place to have water coming down. Just breaking all the things. All the things. Alright, so let's get down there and see what's been broken. Okay, just a light. Yep, just the light. Okie dokie. Great. So now, well, fortunately I only had a few lava source blocks here. Although, honestly, the thing I'm thinking about right now is, did I just get normal cobblestone in here somewhere? I hope not. Not in there. Oh. This is my life now. Alright. Oh, alright. That's not too bad. It's pretty fast with this pick. Alright. Great. So, I need to get some lava. I can probably just go ahead and turn this back on so we can see it running. So that's what it's supposed to look like, right? Although, I think I said I wanted this to spin the opposite direction. So maybe instead of a belt, I should use some cogs. Oh, right. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Here's what I can do. It's kind of janky, but there. Now they spin in opposite directions, just like I wanted. Alright, now I need some buckets of lava. Whoops. Don't do that. Can I... Now, if we were running ahead, there would be a bunch of lava sitting in basins over here, but we are not. So... So a little bit of lava over there, but all right. I could probably just go over to the lava pump and get a bunch of lava. Yeah. But first, sleep. And breakfast. Oh, there's a skeleton. Hello. Where'd you come from? How do I get out of here? Oh, yeah, that way. Alright, let's go. Much jumping. Alright, so... This is kind of the priority right now, is to get some conglomerate coming in so that we have, one, some material, some ostrum, a little bit more, so that we can get to making the rocket, and two, so that we have, you know, a recurring is not the right word, a renewable supply, so we're not having to run off to Mars all the time to get more. Where am I going? Oh yeah, this way. Alright. Three. Okay, so that'll be enough to fill that whole trench with lava, which is more than what it was before. I don't think it really mattered for the production, but now it'll be really painful if I were to make the same mistake again. Right, back to the stone quarry for now. Get this going so that we can have materials start accumulating, and then we'll go back and collect some once we're further along and actually have run out of Ostrom. That is the plan. Huh. Kind of weird. Doesn't look like it met up properly. I'm assuming that's the train that's intending to pick up the cobblestone. Alright, so you can already see Mars stone being formed. It mixing is a problem. That's what a stone barrier in the middle is going to hopefully prevent. Yeah, see, there's conglomerate right there. 2 out of 8 is pretty good odds. Oh, 1 out of 8. So it varies. Alright, so that's gonna go there. And we're gonna do something. Something is gonna happen. First thing we're gonna do is get the fans going. Gotta get the fans going. Now the music's too loud. Just can't win. Light gray toolbox? Nope. Gray toolbox? There we go. So, extend, extend, extend. There we go. Alright, so now everything is being thrown down there. And then we just gotta sort it all out. So I feel like this is not good enough. It's not good enough. So what is this belt doing here? Anything? It's just connecting those up, right? So maybe we can do something different here. Maybe I could make a belt loop. And then on the other side of the belt, I can put a bunch of crude storage units to pull the items off the belt and insert them into the item vault. And they serve as both a filter and a funnel, effectively. Maybe that would be good. And then I would just add additional item vaults here for other kinds of items. I need to do something. On the other hand, I'm at 10 conglomerate that I picked up. So that's what? Each one is a 30% chance. You need 3 for 1 nugget. We're gonna need a lot. Okay. Plus, there's probably a bunch sitting around. Anyway. Okay. So I think I have something in my head that might work for this. What is this cobblestone doing here? Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so we do need more chutes, I think, and a hopper. I don't have that hopper on me anymore. Okay, well anyway, yeah. So let's imagine I were to come over here. We'll break this. Great. Pick that all up. Extend the belt onwards. I think we lost the connection that was powering that. Let's fix that. There it is. All right. Gonna make a mess here. Good, I have another crude storage unit. So let's. Do I have a wrench? I do. Yoink. And sort of get stuff out of the way. And I have another crude storage unit here, so put that limestone in there, I guess. And okay, Mars cobblestone in there. Anyway, I should probably keep oh, there we go. Okay, let's extend this all the way to the end so items stop running off. There we go. Problem solved. Let me extend this a little bit further. I want to take a closer look at what's going on over here. Oh, hey, look, it's our lava gen. Probably should have a light source there. Alright, so we're getting like 1 at a time. 2 at a time. It's not great. I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, if I take that out, it's not like there's... it's not like we're producing a stack and it's only taking 1 at a time. Anyway, let's keep thinking. I want to extend this out further to make room for another vault. Now, do I have more vaults? I thought I did. Yeah, there we go. I guess 1 lower. Make another 3x3 vaults here. There we go. Right, so... Oh, hey, look, there's a light in there. Where'd that come from? I guess from here. Okay. So... Great. So the idea will be to take the Mars cobblestone crude storage unit that's here and put it here for now. And we'll input from the back, auto input, lock it, and then output to the bottom, auto output, there. And then we're storing all that Mars cobblestone right there. If we could just get it into that box, which is easier said than done. Also, we have that Mars stone that I don't need. And then I probably want to try to expand this vault further to make some more room for moon cobblestone, since we have so much of it. All right, that's gonna go there, and I should, 1, lock this, 2, copy that setting, paste it. There we go. All right, so we had enough room to put all that into the vault, which is good. Now we have a bunch of stuff there at the end that we don't have a place to have them come out yet. That's fine. I'll take this limestone, and that's going to go here, and then paste again. Should lock that. There we go. Looks like this storage unit was full anyway, so I'm going to expand it as well. We're going to have to go get some more vaults, I mean. I think I'm also probably going to stop chunk loading this area. Considering how backed up it is already. At least until I have, you know, a reason to. There we go. More room for limestone. Now there's some limestone that's already gone past it, and that's so where I'm going to go with this is to have a loop, so the belt will loop around, and so any items that don't get picked up on the first pass will get picked up on the next pass. Is the thought. Where is that toolbox? There it is. Unfortunately, it does not have any chutes, which is what I need to continue here so we can pull items. And hopper. Let me bookmark that so I remember I need to get a hopper and some chutes. I don't have any iron sheets on me, so that's not going to happen right now. And I also need to make more item vaults. Oh, apparently I have 42 conglomerate. So that's about an ingot of Ostrom. That's a start. Let's pick up all this limestone. There we go. Okay, so why am I not seeing? I mean, I guess the moon cobblestone is being picked up. I'm not seeing any coming in. I also need to figure out how to get out of here. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, and so the basalt, I think I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to move it in the back too, just for consistency's sake, and make it really easy, a lot easier to see what's going on here. Of course, the problem right now is that the way the vault is set up isn't conducive to that working, but that can be fixed. We'll just, you know, break this. It's fine. Just a few items. Let's see. Let's put stuff away, huh? So light? No, gray? Yeah. Oh, I can't, there we go. Do I have another crude storage unit that I could use to carry items? Maybe in the green box? Oh. Oh. I have a bunch. What am I even doing? Just to give you an idea of like how much stuff is just in like 9 item vaults, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. And then wrench back out. And then put it all away. There we go. You know what would be more effective? Figure out down auto output? Yeah. Copy, paste. Excuse me, I need that. Basalt. There we go. All right. This is inputting from the back, right? Oh. No, that should be fine. No, actually no. No, because yeah, I think this needs to be a little bit further to the right, or it's gonna miss items. There we go. We got a stack of conglomerate. And lots of yeah, Mars cobblestone. Okay, let's. Can we dump that in there? There we go. Might as well if we have the additional storage space. Free up some of these crude storage units. Okay. I mean, besides the fact that we're not getting everything. It's looking good. Alright. And let's get this one out of here. Oh, give me that. Okay, great. Let's get on with it. So, I do need to get this going. Get the chutes and the hopper in place, otherwise we're going to be losing stuff. Can't be losing stuff. Can't allow that. So, gonna get that going. Oh. I think... I'm trying to figure out how items might get away from us here. Put a block there. All right. Why is that? Why is the hopper there not doing anything? Let's take a look at that before I go back to the workshop. Yeah, this is why we need to loop. But, so presumably the reason why the hopper's not doing anything is because it can only put out one item at a time. If there's stuff already on the belt, it doesn't work. It might be best instead of using a hopper, or in addition to using a hopper. How's that? How could that work? So the reason I'm using a hopper here is because the hopper has the ability to pull items through the slab that's up there. That's preventing, I think I put that there to prevent water from flowing, because that seemed to interfere with things. I mean, I'd be down to try again with just the chute to see if that improves the situation. It seems like the hopper can't get items out fast enough and gets clogged, so let's try some things. And so the conglomerate we crush, right? Okay. So we got a little bit of conglomerate to crush. So we'll pick up some things and drop off the conglomerate, and there's a lot more. I was expecting the beginning of the stream to be a lot more like actually building like the suit and the rockets and just like more grabbing stuff that I already had, but I think I assumed that I already had enough ostrum. I guess I'm going this way this time. Okay. So we're dumping conglomerate. We got a bit of a backup of stuff over here. Let's get that sorted. Yeah, I guess we're full up on sand. What else we got going on here? Oh, there's the ostrum nuggets. Is that 18 nuggets from a stack? I think it was. Is that it? Huh? I think it was. Empty, empty. Well. 37. Did I say 40 that I needed? We have a little ways to go. Okay, so anyway, that stuff is still kind of accumulating on the ground over there, so we should probably get back. Let's get some chutes. Iron sheets. I'm glad I made more than one. Alright, shoot. Make a few. How about a hopper? Make a few. Well, make one. Yeah, we're out of chests, so that's fine. We'll make one. Item vaults. Okay, I should make more sheets. There we go. Okay. In the meantime, I guess we could try to make some progress here on the rocket parts. So we have a... Let's see. I think... We have some golden sheets. What do we need over here for the precision mechanisms? I mean, it's not like we need a ton of these, but we have a whole thing for producing them. How many dash nuggets are in there? Oh, plenty. Oh, except, of course, yeah, so do we have dash? Do we have dash? 7 dash nuggets and 8 ingots. We can always make more, right? Okay. Oh, we're full. We're full of precision mechanisms. Right. This does not have a an item vault buffer like some of our other things do. So we should fix that somehow. It's kind of an awkward position for a factory. It goes through the wall. Just skip the back of the belt. Let's see, do we have funnels? Surely we have funnels. I forgot the word that I had just said. I was thinking about having like a villager, or maybe in mine colonies having a colonist assistant and naming them Shirley. Anyway, stupid jokes. Alright, we got a buffer now. So precision mechanisms, how do you work? Oh, we ran out of cogs, it sounds like. So we need 6 dash nuggets per precision mechanism. We might have enough, although we don't have enough cogs. A problem easily solved. If I can just get over here. Also, how's this doing? Alright, we get stack and 10, so more than 40. Honestly, I don't remember the exact number of crushing wheels I need, but I think more than a stack is a good start. Alright, so precision mechanisms we'll need, and we'll have to set up like in a whole assembly line for things. Okay, we might actually have enough lead. Just gonna start putting things away here that I don't need to have in my inventory. Alright, so we need 4 Ostrom blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we have that. In it goes. We have almost nothing for the digital display. Let's actually look at the quest book and kind of take a look here, because I'm looking at the rocket, but there's all these other things we need to do to be able to get to the display and to get to the engine. So we could look at coal dust into carbon fiber into mesh. So it's carbon fiber superheated. I mean, this is doable. It's not going to be fun exactly right now, but doable. We could look at the machine parts. It's another superheated recipe. This is why, like, the first part of this chapter is all about getting the fuel for superheating blazes, because you need it for these recipes. So we do look at that. But we could also look at the lead-lined spacesuit. So we need some glass. Got it. We need... I should just bookmark the parts of the suit, huh? Might be faster. So we need a lot of lead plates, which is why I said we needed lead. We need some Ostrom plates too, which is Ostrom I was not counting in the 40. So 42, 44, and... Okay, 44. Okay, so we need some sturdy blocks. That is not a problem. We got a bunch of sturdy sheets here. We can make some sturdy blocks. Is it not this way? Oh, it's that way. Oh, that's super cheap. Okay, so a helmet. Sturdy helmet, check. Sturdy chest plate, check. Sturdy leggings, got that. There we go, so some progress, right? 4, oh, these are steel plates, not lead. Steel plates for this. 4 more steel plates. 8 steel plates. 10 steel plates. So, do we have 10 steel? Steel. We have 9 steel. How do we make steel again? We cast it from molten steel that we get from steel dust and a superheated thing. So we need 9 steel dust to make a block, which makes sense. And we need coal dust and iron. Okay. Coal dust is not something I have. I have charcoal dust, which could be haunted into coal dust if I were so inclined. Otherwise, the coal can be put in the grinder. Yes. Do I have a grinder here? That's this. There we go. Coal. This is not hooked up to power, so let's fix that. Cable. All right. And apparently that was a quest. Cool. Another use for coal. Oh, right. That was the thing to get us towards making the whatever it was. I forget. Anyway, I think over here I have it set up to make steel. Oh, I have steel right there. I just need 5 more to make another block. Coal dust. And oh, I have a bunch of iron in there already. There's some more iron. Just need more coal dust, and we need... let me double check how this is supposed to work. So, casting, molten, mixing... Oh, this is supposed to be... Oh, no, that's for... Are there other recipes? So this takes like 6 iron and 4 coal dust to make 1 steel. I think there are different recipes. Oh, right. There's the blast furnace. That's what we're supposed to be using now, is the blast furnace. With carbon cells and molten iron cells. Okay. So I'm going to put that, these things, and we'll do that real soon. But for just right now, we just need a little bit more steel to be able to do the suit. So maybe I'll just do it the hard way. We should look into doing a little bit of automation for making steel the cheaper way, though. Right, because right now we're doing 4 coal dust per steel. So we just need a little bit more coal dust, and we can have enough to... Also, this is pretty slow. Let's take a look. So the carbon cell, we can take wood and empty cells, and we can get methane and carbon and sap. That'd be kind of interesting. That's not... 8 sap for 16. Oh, that's... worse, isn't it? I guess we're getting the carbon cells, but that's not great. What's this? Ashes to carbon? Okay, interesting. Sure, fluid replicator. We can make carbon from refined shimmer that we can't make yet. Industrial electrolyzer. We can turn. We can turn that methane that we get from processing wood into more carbon cells. We can take coal dust and turn it into carbon cells with the electrolyzer. Do we have an electrolyzer kicking around here? Maybe upstairs. Let's keep this going in the meantime, since we only have 6. Did I make an electrolyzer? I don't remember. I feel like I did, and I put it right here. No, that's a centrifuge. We got fuel, so there's that. But of course we need buckets. I think canning machine, compressor. Okay, do we have another tank? There's just so much stuff. So much to do. So, right, so we could, yeah, okay. Is there a way to... I mean, honestly, okay, so what I'm thinking about is, like, I have these fuel cells. I got 6 of them, which is great. How do I get those into buckets? Because that was the thing, right? You have to actually use a bucket of fuel on the blaze burner to superheat it. How did I do that? I did do that because we made some steel already. I just don't remember how that was accomplished. I'd forgotten. Because I remember not being able to click the fuel cell into the blaze burner. Did I use the industrial, the tank, the one I was just looking at? The basic tank unit? Or how did I get the fuel cell into a tank? All right, there's 9. So I guess. Oh, hey, look, we got 15 precision mechanisms. Awesome. That'll be more than enough for what we need to do. In they go. Okay, then the other thing we need to do, we need to have some more integrated circuits. So we need more lapis blocks, and we need more silver. Oh, this is just disconnected. Right, because this would overstress it. Yes. There we go. Don't need those crushing wheels running right now anyway. It's a bit of a mess here. Okay. So, I need another tank. To make another tank, I need a basic storage unit, which needs 2 integrated circuits plus another. So I need 3 integrated circuits. Each integrated circuit takes a lapis sheet, which takes a lapis block, and I can make enough, for now, blocks of lapis. Alright. And then output to the right. Bang. Nope, can't sleep over on this side of the workshop because there's monsters nearby. So, I think the probability of us finishing, like going to Mercury, this stream is rapidly diminishing, but I hope we can make some good progress today towards that. Let's see here. Green box. Let's get some crude storage units out because we'll need those. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Bang. And all right, we can make a basic display. So we can make a basic storage unit and a tank. And do I have buckets? I do have buckets. All right, so let's. I needed more tanks anyway, just to deal with all the fluids. So we can put fuel cells there. Now we have 6 buckets of fuel. Now we have an actual bucket of fuel. I can take those empty cells, I guess, and put them in there. And we can probably eventually run down all of our power and make a little bit more fuel. Okay, so steel dust. We can do interesting things with it. Make steel chestplate, apparently. But we can put steel dust into the basin and superheat it and get molten steel. So we're going to put in 9 and a fuel bucket. And behold, oh yeah, behold me manually turning this thing. This is the level we're at. Or to put another way, this is how special this process is that I just want to crank it by hand. And that's a bucket. Just to say, a block of steel. And I think the total amount of steel we need, so it was, what was it? It was 4, 8, 12, 14. And I think we need, yeah, so we need 18 there. So it's, I don't think we needed steel for any of the other things. As I, well, no, this can be iron too, right? So, in the engine, motor, no. So we might only need to do that like one more time. Hold on. Let me add those numbers up again. So we needed 12 for the armor, right? Or 10. Or 14. 14. I think it was 14, right? 4, 8, 12, 14. And then those all need to be steel plates, right? Which we can get with the compressor. So let's make those. And then we need 18 steel for the steel blocks. And I think that's it. So we just need 14 more steel. So to repeat the same thing I just did 2 more times, if we want to go about that. Here's the compressor. So 14 steel ingots, 4, 8, 12, 14, yeah. And then we need 2, 4 Ostrom plates as well. Oh yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff that's accumulating over over yonder. We should fix that. And maybe there's some conglomerate there waiting for us to be processed. Alright, I'm going to need to take my break here pretty soon. Refill my water and stretch my legs, but maybe we can deal with this. Which way do I want to go? I want to go off-road. Yeah, sure. Let's see. There's a train behind me. I can see the bee. Oh, it's waiting for the track to be clear ahead of it. All right. So, how much conglomerate do we think is over here? How much is the spawns? Looks like a bit. So, a stack and a half? So we might get a couple more ingots, right? Maybe, if we're lucky too. Then of course this is all wedged. There we go. Alright, so I didn't come over here to clean up the mess. I came over here to keep the mess from happening again. So let's get on top of this situation. Oh, that's not a good place to stand. Alright. So definitely shoots there. And maybe there as well. And then a hopper is what I have been doing, like that. Oh yeah, we do need a crude storage unit here. to pick up the conglomerate. Like so. Input, back, auto input. So any conglomerate that comes down here we can pick up. That doesn't seem... I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah. Sure. Why is this different? Huh. You know, I'm not sure that it needs to be different. I do still need to make the item loop. Probably do that now. Yeah. Could I... that would be too tall. No, that's not good. I mean... Huh. If I remove the slab, there's water here, sure. If I put that there, though, does that remove the need for this hopper altogether? I'll just do that. And if so... Where did that hopper go? Oh, I guess it's in my inventory? Okay. Do we need that? Do we need that? Will this work? No. That will not work. See if these items just get stuck there. Let's get a different perspective on this. And so what we need there is that slab. So you might think, well, why don't you just have the stair turn so it's closed here so the water doesn't run off? But then items actually get stuck in there. So I want the items to be able to, if they're on this side, to flow out. And then we just need a way to, oh, there's the hopper. We need a way for the items that are on the stair to get out. Maybe like that. So then, yeah. This is also needs to be changed back, and that involves getting on the other side. So, slab. All right. Getting real close here. to having something mostly working. So right now we need nope, this slab is wrong. Let there be water. Oops. Okay, there we go. And now hopper into there. Seems okay. Alright, and then let's make a little bit more room here. And I'm going to set up a loop for the belt. So it can loop around. We don't need a ton of space here. We could probably just have the belt go along here. And then come back to here. Okay, great. Can I empty out all this moon cobblestone and basalt? And I have granite for some reason. I guess I've been mining that. And then Mars cobblestone. Hey, look, 20 more conglomerate. We're almost 2 stacks. Almost 2 stacks. All right, so then one of these toolboxes. Hey, it's this one. All right. There we go. And then there. There. It is kind of nice to have a little bit of space to move around in, so I think I'll just extend this a little further. There we go. And see if I'm gonna have the belt go here to there. It's gonna end there, and it's gonna pick up here. To there. And there to there. Alright, and then there. Now this is actually working pretty pretty well in terms of like items are getting onto the belt and they're being picked up, but at some point something will back up, and I want it to be able to continue putting items away into the other destinations. I guess the other thing you could do here, I mean, you use mechanical arms to pick items up and put in places without having to have kind of like a linear flow. I so rarely use mechanical arms that I just never think of doing that. Now, do I have... Well, I can probably make some gearboxes. I don't think I need 4, so there we go. I do need more space. Alright, well, I guess there we go. Alright, raw copper. There we go. If this is turning this way, okay, so we can't have it going like that, but I can have the belt extend that way and then put that there, and that should have it going in the right direction. There we go, there we go. And same thing here. If I had a cog going this way, it would turn an inner mesh cog this way, which would make the belt go that way, so that is where I put the gearbox. And now we have a loop. Easy peasy. Alright. So now there's our improved stone generation setup. 5 more conglomerate. And then, of course, I have no idea how much Mars cobblestone is in here. Probably quite a lot. Obviously not enough to fill up 2 layers of 3x3 item vault, but probably a good amount. You can see, I mean, it's not super fast. And, like, the hoppers will probably back up. Twink. Like, I guess if I wanted to make this faster, I could, I mean, just use more crude storage units to pull the items out of the hoppers. I could, like, lower the, like, the processing, like, lower the belt 1 level. I could come up with other things, but it's fine. Honestly, if I were to do this, if I were to build a new thing, the destruction planes from AE2 are a much more efficient and powerful way of, like, doing this. You can, I have a test that I set up. Aw, we're not, oops. That belt is dangerous there. Why so slow? Okay, good. Yeah, that belt right there is pretty dangerous. And then I have a water feature to fall into as well. So, oh right. Yeah, the other problem with this kind of linear thing is I think as long as there's an item on the belt, like there needs to be space on the belt for items to come out of the chute. Yeah, there's definitely better ways of doing this, but hey, this works. The problem with doing like the AE2 destruction planes and all that stuff is it just takes a lot of power, and maybe that'll be a thing if I find that when I get into the next chapter that I need a lot more resources. I might redo this with that, because I have looked ahead a little bit at what's in the final chapter, and there's like fusion power in it, among other things. So there's lots of things for getting power more easily than what's possible right now. Like, I was really hoping in this chapter to like pursue using like full-size steam engines with superheated blaze burners and doing all that, but it doesn't seem like really a good means of power production, because how you have to distill the oil into fuel needs a lot of power, and I don't think it's net positive. So fuel is more for specific processes rather than as a way of generating power, it seems. Unless I'm missing something, which I could be. Unfortunately, fuel is not one of the fluids in this pack that is infinitely producible with the create hose pulleys. Okay, so I want to process this conglomerate. And it's well over time for a break, so whoops. I'm gonna pause right here.